Today I want to make a video about the tendency that we as women have to be hard on ourselves. And the reason that I'm making this video is because even though I'm a personal trainer and licensed healthcare practitioner specialized in women's health and registered dietitian, I as a woman also have that same tendency to be hard on myself and want to punish myself. I think a lot of times if we are not exactly where we think we should be with our weight, with our bodies, with our diet, with our nutrition, we will try to punish ourselves there, even when we know better. And I'm no exception to that. So I caught myself in this the other day and I wanted to share it as an example. So I have gained a few pounds over the winter, which first of all is completely normal during winter. Just think about the normal biology of winter and our ancestors back in the day in winter. In order for them to survive, what do animals do? They put on weight for winter, right? Well, humans have always been the same. We've always put on a few extra pounds for winter to help ensure our survival back when food was a lot more scarce. Our metabolisms are not modern. Our technology is modern. Our metabolisms are still primal. We still have this same tendency. So if you, like a completely normal and healthy functioning individual, a human being, have put on a few extra pounds over the holidays, over the winter, that is completely normal and biological. So I just want to take you off the hook, because the way that we guilt ourselves, we think, oh my God, I ate too much at Christmas, I ate too much in the holidays, and then January comes around and we're all ready to start whipping ourselves back into shape. That's really not normal when it comes to biology, right? We don't really start shedding excess until we get to spring and food is more readily available, right? So it is completely normal to have a few extra pounds over winter. So me, myself, have a good, 5 to 7 pounds that I've put on. And now at first, I was pretty cool with it because I've been working on a little bit of a bulk. I've been building muscle, and you can't build muscle well when you're in a big deficit. If your diet is very restricted and you're really restricting calories, you're not going to be able to build muscle. You're not going to be able to build glutes or anything like that if you don't have the raw material to build it out of. So, the bulk has been bulking, which I'm really proud of. But I think we as women are just so conditioned to be small. We're so conditioned to be delicate. We're so conditioned with society thinking that we should be thin, that we shouldn't have any excess weight on our tummy. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have like your own goals. Obviously, I'm not saying go out and be 500 pounds or whatever. But I'm saying the way that we criticize ourselves. So, going back to my point. So I've been doing this bulk. I've been putting on muscle. It's been great. But then we go through the holidays and I come out on the other side of it. And I'm like a good 5 to 7 pounds heavier than I was. And I know some of that is muscle that I'm continuing to put on, but I can feel a little extra layer of fat here. My abs aren't as visible as they have been in the past. And, it's a little hard for me to come to terms with that, especially as a licensed healthcare practitioner and a personal trainer. I'm like, I should be lean all the time. I need to be lean. I need to have that low body fat percentage. My body fat percentage is still like 18%. That's still like lean and athletic. But in my mind, because it's gone up a percentage and it's not 17 where it usually sits and now it's 18, I'm like, oh, I need to get myself back on track here. So what I do, and this serves me really well, and I do this with my clients, is I do cycle syncing, where I align my workouts and my nutrition with my hormone cycle. This is such a hack if you're a woman. Even if you don't have a cycle, if you've gone through menopause, we have fluctuating hormonal needs throughout the month. And when we align our nutrition and our exercise with it, that's when you get like the most bang for your buck. It's so amazing. So I do that. It serves me extremely well. And so right now, I am in progesterone phase, which is days 20 to 28. So if you count day 1 as the first day you bleed. So the progesterone phase is actually that week before your period. Now, every woman knows the week before your period, if you pay attention, It's not your period that you get the crazy cravings. It's actually the week before. The week before, because you're growing, you're growing part of an organ. You're growing the lining of your uterus, right? You have a higher caloric need because your body's building that lining, right? So you're naturally hungrier. We have progesterone coming in, one of our main female sex hormones. Progesterone likes carbs. So all women crave carbs before their period. Our caloric need is a little bit higher. So it is the worst possible time of the month to restrict calories, especially too strictly, or to do something like intermittent fasting or like a low carb diet or keto. Things that can work other times of the month when used strategically. I love doing intermittent fasting. I never do it the week before my period. The other 3 weeks out of the month, fine. But the week before my period, never. Because it's like shooting yourself in the foot. And I know this, but I'm so desperate to get those last 5 pounds off that I considered doing it. I was like, oh, maybe I should just do it anyway. Not only is this about not punishing yourself, but here's the other thing. There's a reason that we don't restrict too hard in the progesterone window, because progesterone is not resilient to stress. And if I were to do a longer fast or restrict myself too much in my progesterone phase, progesterone would not like it, and it would spike my cortisol worse than it would at other times of the month when I could handle it, because I am used to fasting. I do 36-hour fast on a regular basis, usually once a week for 3 weeks out of the month. It serves me extremely well. Did I do them during the holidays like I normally do? No, I kind of took some time off, which is probably where the 5 to 7 pounds came from. But my whole point of this is to say, I had to check myself, because even me, I would never let one of my clients do that. If they came to me and were like, oh, I really just want to lose some weight. I kind of want to just jumpstart with this intermittent fasting. I'm going to do it even in my progesterone phase, even in my week before my cycle. I'd be like, no, that's shooting yourself in the foot. There can be too much of a good thing. We as women, we have to be intentional and strategic about when we cycle in those types of tools. They can work for us, but they don't work for us all month long. Even if you've gone through menopause, you still have to recreate a cycle and work those in intermittently. They're not something that you do every day. Our hormones just don't like that, and progesterone is one of the main reasons why. So I just wanted to admit, for all the women out there who are watching the fitness influencers and the personal trainers and, like the health girls and the gym girls and all of that, and they're watching all these women who are extremely lean all year round, and they're taking their advice from these women, especially the ones in their 20s, maybe they're in their early 30s. Once you get past the age of 35, I'm 37. My body metabolism at 37 is completely different than it was at 31 or 32. Once you get past the age of 35, everything starts to change. So first of all, don't compare yourself to a fitness influencer or a model or a health expert. Now, it might be a real health expert, but a lot of the people out there, the influencers, right? So-called health expert, who's in their 20s, their early 30s, extremely lean, teaching discipline and just try harder, and you need more biohacking and you need more of this. You don't. You don't. You know what you need? You know what we all need? Is self-love and acceptance. Now, I'm not saying dig a hole for yourself, go in it and, just stay there. No, of course, I have goals for myself. I have standards for myself, but I don't punish myself the way there. I love myself the way there. We do the hard things because we love ourselves, not as punishment. If you're going to go and lift weights, if you're going to clean up your diet, do it because you love yourself and you understand what your body needs, and you're nourishing and loving yourself the way there, not because you're punishing yourself. The punishment doesn't work. That restrictive mentality, that spiking the cortisol, that treating your body like it's something that needs to be punished, like it's an object. Don't objectify yourself. We don't like it when other people do it to us, but we need to stop doing it to ourselves first and foremost. We need to stop treating our bodies like objects, like something that we can punish or force. something that's not good enough that we always need to fix. You don't need to fix your body. You don't need to fix yourself. You just need to love it and commit to it. Commit to having a relationship of trust with your body. And when you give it that, it will respond to you. When you give it that and it feels safe and your nervous system feels safe and regulated because it knows it can trust you to take care of it, your metabolism works better. It's easier to lose weight. It's easier to balance your hormones. You get better muscle definition. You have better mood, better emotional stability, better mental health, all the things. So that's where it starts. So I just wanted to share, no matter who you are, I think we as women have the tendency to fall back into those old patterns of punishing ourselves and trying to force our way because we don't think we're good enough or we think something's wrong and we need to fix ourselves. And I just want to tell you, I experienced those moments too. But we need to catch ourselves and remind ourselves that that's not what serves us. So I just wanted to share that with you.